It is the Bulgarians who get us underway then for this 2023 World Cup qualifier, kicking from right to left on your screen in their red shirts with green shorts and red socks, and Teja Penkova with the first touch from the centre spot for what has been a very long time on the competitive stage for that nation. But it is the Germans who will likely take control and assert their dominance early on in this encounter, as they look to start on the front foot in qualification for a World Cup that they will be one of the favourites to go and win. Silvia Radoiska, the Bulgarian head coach, is a wonderful player for her nation and in her nation as well. Won the Bulgarian League 10 times and 7 Bulgarian Cups as well as a player. 35 years of age, but she's keen to try and raise the standard of women's football in her nation. Very happy to be taking the top spot on the dugout as well. Ivanova just tries to force it forward, the right wing back for Bulgaria today. Miller Froms, the 26-year-old goalkeeper who plays at Eintracht Frankfurt, will be hoping for a relatively quiet encounter throughout the 90 minutes. Seen some impressive scorelines already in the World Cup qualifiers this week. We need to look at Norway, how they dismantled Armenia, a 10-0 victory Thursday evening. And here there's a chance for the underdogs. It's a lovely little knock through as well. Now, what's the composure like for Alexandrova as she tries to cut inside, but the white shirts do well to get back and swarm. It's a really good chance, though, for the Bulgarians, who have made a brighter start, I think, than some would have expected. Gabrits, holding midfielder, just trying to settle things down, the number 13. Don't come into this game, Germany, with the hottest hand, so to speak. Their last 2 encounters on the international stage, a couple of friendlies against France and Chile, but failed to score in each of them. Was coming back in June. It's a lovely touch from Hendrik just to step away from her marker. Never actually failed to score in 3 straight games as a nation, Germany. Be keen to put an end to that as early on as possible. Fight in the heart of the pitch once again, and this time it's Petrova trying to lead the attack, the number 9. Plays her football actually in Italy, unlike many of her compatriots. Laura Petrova at Spezia's women's side. Martina Voss-Tecklenburg, the Germany boss, 53 years of age. World Cup runner-up in 1995 with her nation as a player. Rather disgruntled about the kick-off time for today's game. Frustrated that the women's international side is having to compete with the games in the Bundesliga around Germany. She would have liked to have perhaps seen an evening kick-off. Just trying to raise the profile of her team in her nation. She was a bit frustrated as well that just the 5,000 tickets were available for this game. As Germany starts to allow fans back into the grounds. Those that have turned up are in good voice and a welcome sight around this arena. Kleinherne. Nuskin. Slightly errant pass that ricochets off Petkova. Alexandrova closing down, but Kleinherne going through the heart of the pitch. Lovely little threaded ball through that's cut out at the last moment. Important block from Jordanova. Bulgaria still struggling at the back, though, as the captain tries to lead by example. Boycheva. And that's hoiked up to the safety of midfield. Oberdorf will restart again from that back line. Pocket of space for Magul to work her magic before sending it wide. Lohmann trying to get down towards the byline. Good challenge to impede her. The Germans feel that they perhaps should have had a corner out of that. Ivanova did seem to get the final touch as she made that challenge. And Sydney Lohmann, 21-year-old Bayern Munich player. Not sure she made contact with it, you know. Cheva just hoiks it forward. Something for Petrova to try and chase down. Her pursuit is relentless. Bulgarians just don't want to overexert themselves, though. Chasing too high up the pitch, perhaps. There's plenty of adrenaline and excitement in this side. The 17-year-old with the throw, Ivanova. Considered perhaps one of the most promising players in this Bulgaria side. As a football at the National Sports Academy, or FC NSA. As do many of the starters in this Bulgarian national team, but Ivanova is a youngster with bags of talent, they've described her as. Pocket of space that Germany tried to exploit in the middle of the park. Hoot has support on the overlap. Heinrich trying to hang it towards the back post. The only one really there was Magul. Nice idea from the Wolfsburg defender. Germany just starting to grow in ascendancy as this game, still in its infancy, continues. Alexandrova impeded. She tried to bring it under control. Asking a little bit too much of the front two to try and get onto that, I have to say, as delivery from the captain was well long. Again, you see Alexandrova, and the others quick to chase down and try and close down Germany before they get towards the halfway line. Lushkin sends it forward, and they're just opening up the gaps, and there's two over on this near side to try and pick out. One of them is Hoot, who's trying to make her way into the middle. Hendrik as well is here, the right back. Just trying one pass too many, perhaps, as Lena Magul just looked to play in Svenja Hoot. Just didn't get turned in time, the number 9. Easily won by the right back, and Heinrich is tearing down the right sideline once more. It's another good delivery in. Schuler got there. Got the touch, and Szymanska came quickly out of her goal to try and deal with the delivery, and she didn't really at all. Flag raised on this near side, as you see, as the forward just couldn't time her run. It's not the best piece of keeping, though. Left her goal very open, and Leah Schuler would have hoped to have at least guided that on target in that moment, despite the flag being raised. Made her debut back in 2017, did the Germany number 7 for this afternoon. Didn't actually make it to the 2017 UEFA Women's Championships, though. She does know how to find the back of the net for her nation. Andrzej, who's seeing a lot of the ball, gives it inside. Magul. Dabrits. Lohman. Home support getting behind their nation here. Lohman trying to have support on the overlap. Not the intended target of the pass, but found a teammate in Dabrits anyway. But the last ball from Magul once again just slightly overplayed. It's a 29-year-old feeding it down that right sideline. Hoot is on the charge, but Wojciech is trying to deal with it. Her angle back to her goalkeeper was cut off. Hoot. Great venom on the delivery. Acrobatic effort. Just didn't have the connection that was needed from Lohman. They're really turning up the heat now, the home nation. That one just off the shin. It was a difficult height. Somewhat of a goal machine, this German side. The most recent UEFA Women's Championship qualifiers, they put 10 past Montenegro, 2 8-0 victories against the Ukraine, 5-0 and a 6-0 victory against Greece. Really have found their footing in terms of finishing in front of goal since around about 2019. As I say, it has just dried up recently in those friendly matches in the earlier part of the year. That's an errant ball by the defender as Dimitrova was asking a lot of her goalkeeper. The communication wasn't there and they almost played themselves into trouble. Still might be a moment of trouble here as Germany just reassess. Hoot. Oberdorf. Well regrouped off the ball by the visitors. Rallying quickly from that awkward moment. So much space though in behind on these flanks, and the Germans are just trying to pick them off whenever they can. First real chance for Jennifer Marujan to try and strut her stuff. Free kick has been given though. See there the look of frustration from the who plays football in the United States at the moment, out there at the Orlando Reign. It's the really awkward position that Dimitrova put her goalkeeper in. Jahanska, it was a good job she got that touch on it. Oldest player on the pitch for Bulgaria, their goalkeeper. Average age of this starting 11, 22.5 years old. Up on her feet, the defender Dimitrova. To get going again after being in the wars. Won by Petrova. Just well to turn into space, but the pass is just overhit. Awkward coming together, but play will continue for the away side as it's pinged over the top towards Petkova. Now she's looking a little isolated. As Petrova is still down after that coming together. Always looked like it was going to be an ugly collision on the way. Just with a slightly heavy touch coming from Oberdorf. Someone was going to end up worse off in that 50-50. 22-year-old, he's back up. Hendrik. Work again by Petkova that time. Just as they commit one too many bodies to one side, though, it opens up space. Luskin. No way through the wall of red in front of her. Muggle does really well to keep that alive and get it out of her feet. Hendrik sends it across. It's not going to count. Tucked away at the back stick, but Hendrik had just drifted offside on this near flank. Shula will have to wait before she gets her chance to pounce in front of goal. Just the defender has been up and down this right sideline already and causing problems. Off once more. Using a long ball over the top this time. Look who's forward again. Spearheading the attack on the right. Shula goes back out to Hendrik. Marajan towards Lohman, who still having to tussle hard with Ivanova to get an opportunity. Work down to the byline, but again, it's a brick wall in front of them. And they get towards the top of the 18-yard box, and there's very little space as that back five sinks in. Thanks to the frustration of Lina Muggle. Giving too much away by that gaze is Martina Voss-Tecklenburg. The side are well and truly in control. There's no real threat in the last 15 minutes or so of a real counter-attack, perhaps coming the other way. It's picked off by Alexandrova. Has to launch it forward to Petkova, but again it's dealt with. Klein-Herne still going the centre-back before laying it off to Marajan. Almost 20 minutes gone. We did certainly, like many, expect a breakthrough perhaps from Germany in the early going. It hasn't really materialised, aside from that disallowed goal of Lea Shula. Great touch for the keeper, Froms. Dealt with the long ball by Wojciech. effectively threaded past. Hendrik sends it across, and now we do have the opener. And it's that combination of the right back and Lea Schuler. They combine this time, and the flag stays down, and Germany do have the breakthrough after 21 minutes. Well, it's been coming, no doubt about that. The Bulgarians have just been forced back and forced back. This time, the 29-year-old times her run well down this near sideline. It's a really good finish too by Schuler. Just to lift that right boot up really high to ensure she makes the right contact. Guides it past the keeper, who's coming out and trying her best to stop her. The 23-year-old gives us the opener. Already, Germany straight back in possession. You hope now that doesn't open the floodgates, perhaps, to say, around the Bulgarian camp building up to this game. There's been a real bit of excitement, being able to test themselves against one of the best in the world. These sorts of tests can become and feel very defeating, particularly when you fall behind and then under the cosh immediately. Hoot. Two captains squaring off, and Wojciechova does well to win that battle. Touch from Alexandrova, doesn't find a teammate nor bring it under control. Hoot again. Starting from the right flank for Germany. Home fans are really enjoying this now. Not many Bulgarians in the house, although there have been a couple of flags that we've seen in the build-up to this game. And the noise, though, clearly coming from the home supporters. Has to be dealt with. It's hoisted high into the air. Petrova just a little hurried when she maybe could have taken a touch there to bring it under control. Nice work in the triangle with Alexandrova and Penkova. Challenge from Petrova to win it back. Second chance perhaps for Simona Petkova. Trying to feed it through to Hoot. There's Lohmann. Hendrik. Swing and a miss with the clearance. Shooting opportunity from the top of the box for Muggle. Into the top corner, 2-0. Nina Muggle, on her 49th appearance for her nation, doubles the advantage. And a very well taken finish too from the top of the box it was. Just never cleared it away, never got themselves sorted defensively. And that little step to open it up onto the right side, finds some space. And there's the shooting lane she wanted. Szymanska gets her hands to it but can't keep it out. May have seen it late, the keeper. Slipped through the legs as well of Dimitrova. No real surprise to see Germany add to their advantage here. Pressing high, the front two, Alexandrova and Petkova once again. First time in a long time that Germany have been pinned deep, really. Don't tend to score many goals in these competitive competitions, the Bulgarians. It's been a while since they've played in one, but scored in their last 3 World Cup qualifiers back in 2014. Able to score in 6 of their last 8, attempting to qualify for the World Cup. Never actually been to a finals tournament of the Bulgarians. feel then, like some of the other nations that are competing in the qualification this year, it's more about the start of a journey on building women's football perhaps in the country, improving the women's national team over time, planting those small seeds for it to grow. Hendrick. Keeper comes to get us a decent punch to that one this time. Another untidy coming together, but it's Shahanska, the goalkeeper, that stays down. She came a long way. That ball just hung in the air, but quite meet it at its highest point. Sarah Dabritz almost taking a punch square on the jaw. Turned her back in the aerial challenge and went into the goalkeeper. See the two goals again. Second one is a lovely hit.
Otherwise, I need to give you a yellow shot.
Strikes it really cleanly. 15 for her country now. Magul, who captains her club side Bayern Munich. A few of the Bayern players in this squad. Only 3 in the starting 11 in Lohmann and Schüler. Of course, the winners of the Women's Bundesliga last season, Bayern Munich. A couple of great female sides in German football in Bayern Munich, and you look as well at Wolfsburg and the quality they've had over the years. So you slip off the fingertips of Catherine Hendrick. She's straight back into the thick of it, winning the ball back for her nation. Marochan just lays it off. Looking for Schüler, that run just trying to bend it in behind the defenders once more. Free kick. Lubadorf was just worried there as Alexandrova nipped onto that. It's a cynical foul. Maybe a yellow card for the centre-back. Only 19, but her 20th appearance for her nation. She was the under-17 UEFA Women's Championships player of the tournament back in 2017 in the Czech Republic for her nation. Very surprised to see her very much settled at the top level of the international stage for her country. Once again, the host nation on the prowl coming forward. It just looks so dangerous when they move it around so freely. Lovely work by Lohmann, support on the overlap. Only the cross was lacking. Hendrick. She seems to be the instigator of everything going forward for Germany. The solid move has pretty much started with the number 3. It's just a little too far away from her. Concedes possession in the heart of the pitch. Expression hasn't changed, has it, on the manager's face? With the 2-goal advantage. Nuskin. Sham making an excellent run off the ball and has it now. Plenty of room on this near side of the field. Hendrik. Hoot onside. Nowhere for Schuler to go though. Very crowded once again as those red shirts quick to get back behind the ball. A slightly uneasy clearance, but Alexandrova able to collect. She's got 3 around her. She doesn't get the free kick she wanted. Michigan trying to instigate something. A well-weighted pass for Schuler, who comes out, and I tell you what, she could have gone down if there'd been more contact. Slightly reckless again from Shahanska. So close to catching a toe, and it would have been devastating if Lea Schuler had been caught there. Admirable to stay on her feet as well, though. Hoot onto the loose ball. Plenty of support coming from behind her, and she gets it back fortuitously. Hendrik. It's going to bounce all the way through, palmed away by the keeper. Last touch from Schuler. Lohmann back into the box and nodded down into the empty net. Another one for Lena Margul. And it's all just getting a little erratic at the back now for Bulgaria. Schuler's effort maybe was going on to the post anyway. Keeper called out of position once more. The cross just floated over her, despite the faint touch with the fingertips that she got. Margul's second of the afternoon. Puts Germany in a more than dominant position now. Alexandrova, that very early chance she had to break away inside the opening couple of minutes before she was crowded out, seems a long, long time ago, and a similar result has just taken place. One with the teenage defender. Hendrik. Nasty blow dealing with that really ferocious cross from Lohmann. That's going to loop and almost cause a problem for Shahanska. Schuler's effort taking the ricochet that just added that awkward top spin, and a bit of swerve was just needed to guide it goalwards. Still a corner to come. Margul. Chance to pull the trigger from distance, but Davritz is dragging it wide, albeit via a deflection. Another corner. the host goes short again. Rajan getting set to provide the service. Directly flung into the box this time, and Schüller's header is up and over. And if you thought with a 3-goal advantage Germany were going to take their foot off the gas, you were very much mistaken. Free header. I'm sure the 23-year-old will figure that that should have been a little better from herself. Nagel gets around the first marker just about before Nedenova brings her down. An apologetic hand from the midfielder as she walks away. Hoot. Wonderful work in close quarters, Lohmann. Very well smothered by the keeper in the end, but the build-up play is just a joy to watch from Germany right now. It feels more like a training ground game. They're making it look very easy, and they're turning on the style. Well, maybe a little bit too much there from Marjan. Very good goalkeeping in the end. Nobody tracks the run of Sydney Lohmann. Coming off the back of the best goal-scoring season of her career is the 21-year-old German. 10 goals in the Women's Bundesliga. That to the 16 that Lea Schüller had for Bayern Munich as well last season. A few goals in that side. The German forward that's broken the deadlock this afternoon actually has 4 goals in 3 appearances so far this campaign in the domestic situation for Bayern Munich, and there'll be a chance here once again. The German attack is relentless. Good in by Marjan, that one off the head of Lohmann. I wonder what's being discussed down there on the Bulgarian bench. Silvia Radojska. A fair bit to say to her side at half-time. I imagine a fair bit of it will just be trying to get them in the mental mind frame for the second half and try to encourage them for it to be at 0-0 once again for the second 45 minutes. They've still got another 5 minutes plus stoppage time to hold out and not concede another hit. Again, the Bulgarians trying to press high up the pitch. Loose ball can't be collected by Ivanova. Marjan calling for it in the middle of the park, but instead it goes to Obadov. The long ball over the top, looking for the run of Teja Penkova. Seems to be the modus operandi when they get possession, to try and get it forward as quickly as possible up to one of the front two, and Teja Penkova, who's joining Simona Petkova and Alexandrova at times to almost make a front three, but just not accurate enough for well-weighted passes to pick out their teammates from deep. And when they lose possession, Germany looking such control as they come forward once again. Schuler the intended target, but can't be found. Stilping around in the top of the box, another valiant attempt, almost coming there from Schuler as she looked to try and fire on the volley, but Alexandrova running it away from danger. Can't find Teja Penkova. Dropping deep to try and restart the attack. Petrova winning possession back for the Bulgarians. No, it's fleeting, no more than a couple of passes. Just creating a little block there on Boycheva. Felt the brunt of the blow, but it did allow Lena Magul to step away from any sort of danger. Getting away though once more, and Ivanova on the far side. I'll slide it into Petkova, but it's just behind the number 7. Don't want to see Simona Petkova on the ball a little bit more, perhaps. She's a renowned freestyler as well. Centre forward for Bulgaria, arguably the star of this Bulgarian national team. The other way once more, dealt with by Ivanova at the back post. Hoot. Injury. Offside. Close, you know. Boycheva just maybe appeared to be playing right on side there. As we move into the last 40 seconds or so of this first half. That's any stoppage time that there is to be played. Her. Two minutes of stoppage time to be played here at the end of the first half. No way through for Lohmann on that far side of the field. Free kick comes Petkova's way for the shirt pull by Nuskin. Route 1 from the visitors, trying to find Penkova. Nuskin. Can't slip it through two lines of defence, but Hendrik will try instead to build up. Miscue there at the back stick by Ivanova, the teenager. Almost caught off guard as Schuler was waiting to pounce behind, but didn't expect that. Schuler again, though. Just can't hit the target. It's probably the longest we've been without a threatening chance for Germany for some time. Yeah, Schuler just finding the opening. Not quite the angle she wanted. I imagine the last chance of the first 45 minutes is going to fall to the woman who opened the scoring for Germany. And it is the host nation that will go in at the break with a comfortable lead, and certainly in the assertive. Lea Schuler gets us underway for the second half, with Germany kicking from right to left on your screen. The 3-0 advantage, looking to cement the first 3 points in qualification for the World Cup. We do have a second game coming up in this international break, a second World Cup qualifier to Germany, as they get set to take on Serbia. There's already been a game before this encounter as well today in the group, as Portugal and Turkey split the share of the spoils with a 1-1 draw. Confirmation there that Oberdorf, the one to make way for Anna Feldkamp, on a booking as well, so no real surprise, the defender. Dahlmann coming on for Lina Margul, the woman who scored twice in that first half. Brand cutting inside, looking to make an immediate impact here off the bench. Initial effort from Huth is blocked. Einhorn very high up the pitch, the centre-back supporting the proceedings. Hendrik hasn't really put a foot wrong, the right-back, so far in this game. So the captain, though, that sends the ball into the box but can't find a teammate. Germany looking to start this second half where they finished the first. Complete control and pinning the Bulgarians back, as it's in from the right back once more. Again, the clearance doesn't really deal with the danger. Who'd thought about striking it? Instead it's behind for a corner after Brand took over proceedings. The teenager wants to be on the ball, doesn't she? There's a football for Hoffenheim, the Women's Bundesliga. Quick appearance for the national team off the bench. Already has a goal as well for her country. There'll be chances to get another in towards Schuler, the delivery. Looping effort is going to go over the top of the crossbar. Too much of a problem in the end, the strike from the centre-back. It's a long way out, but could have easily been a problem for Roxana Shahanska. Goalkeeper leaving the goal kick duties to Janica Ivanova. Pumped forward by Dimitra Ivanova. That long ball doesn't really pay off for Bulgaria. Doesn't look too comfortable on the ball in terms of when they've tried short, sharp passing. Tough place to come to on their travels today. Last Cup qualification victory did come on the road, though, against Greece. Back in 2014, though. Seems It's unlikely, given what we've seen so far in the opening 48.5 minutes, that Bulgaria are going to find a way to pull something back out of this game. This one perhaps a little too far out for an effort on goal. Jennifer Marozsan, though, stood over it, and the wall is needed just in case. Never say never. 3 in the wall. Marozsan will probably fancy it. Gabric stood over it as well. Market instead trying to find Brand. She'll keep it alive. Marozsan. Oh, lovely pass, taking 2 defenders completely out of the equation. Brand trying to grind it across goal. Nobody attacked it. Eventually up and over from Gabric. Excellent combination between Marozsan and the substitute. Brand was just trying to put it on a plate for anybody that might be attacking towards the top of the 6-yard box. Eventual effort well off the mark. Ivanova down there. The walls right now as a change is being prepared for the Bulgarian side. Galina Koshuleva looks like she's getting set to come on, but Janica Ivanova just going to need a bit of treatment. Jana Ilyacheva as well, just warming up on the sideline right now, although she's still got the bib on. Get the game back underway. Immediately, the host nation retake control. Brand looking to be released. Fresh legs paying dividends. Doesn't quite have the touch from Shula. Petkova. First chance she really had to try and take on a defender. She's got 2 around her. Gets past 1. Comes into a third that was covering in Kleinherner. It's a little better though from the Bulgarians in terms of giving Petkova a little bit of space to collect the ball and advance with it. The long ball finds the teenager. Totally involved so far in this second half since coming on. Another good ball in towards Shula. Hendricks. Flicked header from Hoop. Didn't really make a connection. Not sure she even got a touch on it, to be honest. Buddy from the midfielder Dalman through the heart of the pitch. Cross is cut out by Dimitrova. Nuskin lurking on this near sideline. Just thought she'd found a run into the pocket of space. Brand. Wide with the left back. Kleinherner. She'll have a go, but it's a centre-back's effort. It was swerving, but never really towards goal. Had a bit of whip and dip on it. But Sophia Kleinherner, who's never scored for her country, able to really test the keeper. Flag is going to stay down here. They're queuing up. Schüller. Again, slightly behind her, the cross. Maybe just lost her footing a little bit there as well. Dahlmann does well to bring it under control out of the sky. Very good touch. Put it right into her body. Lovely little misdirection on the pass, and it's coming so easily, just working their way through the defenders. Who's finally running into a rock and a hard place between the defender and the byline, still able to find a teammate. She pulled it back for Feldkamp. Even the centre-backs are starting to play like attacking midfielders in this Germany side. It's Ivanova back on the field, but still looking in a little bit of pain as Velina Koshileva gets set to come on. Looks like it's going to come after the corner, though, the change. Eventually we can get the set piece taken. Plenty of bodies up from the back. Schüller with the header. The forward with a very good nod to it, but a fine save by Shahanska. Did a really good job to get across to it. Once headed away, Dimitrova, but the effort from Dahlmann is through the crowd of bodies, but well off target. Desislava will be getting set to come on as well. She replaces Yana Jordanova. Chance for Dupi, who plays her football in Sweden, to come on from the bench, and Koshileva gets set to take over duties in the front line from Simona Petkova, who has run her race today and has looked very isolated at times. Not had many chances to try and flourish. Slightly bigger presence, Velina Koshileva, in terms of her height. A bit more of a target to aim at with the long ball, perhaps. Koshileva actually part of the side that played in the last competitive games that this Bulgarian national team had, but they have to get back at the moment once again. Schüller got a weave between the defenders and just took one touch too many. It's almost like they want to walk it into the back of the net at this point. Feldkamp plays that one just a little short, but just hacked away into German territory without any red shirts in the vicinity. Lovely run in behind by Schüller, angling it well. Needs support back down the line, though. Brand decided to make her way into the box instead. Nuskin can't get through the first line of defence. Feldkamp. Flags raised. Well, stepped up in the end by the substitute, Desislava Dupi. Just timed their movement forward well to ensure that Shula was just caught offside. Bulgarian substitute nicely into the pace of the game, and at least knowing how to do her defensive duties. She too, another one of the more experienced players in this Bulgarian outfit. She's had her time in Italy with Verona and Florentia. Towards the hour mark, the first 15 minutes of this first half, haven't seen Germany add to their advantage yet. Who's on the push? Hendrik. Almost found Nuskin. Marjan sends it into the box. There's so many white shirts to try and aim at. A weave from left to right across the field to try and open up gaps in the defence. Almost every red shirt back behind the ball at the moment. It's very crowded inside the penalty area. Captain does well. The header isn't quite there from Dahlmann. The effort gets a big round of applause from the crowd. Difficult to angle that one back across goal when you're already outside the line of the posts. One of the Bayern Munich players that won the Bundesliga last season. The 20 Women's World Cup winner back in 2014 as well, Linda Dahlmann. Germany hoping to try and perhaps in 2023 take their third World Cup. Few nations to win back-to-back World Cups in 03 in the United States of America and 07 in China. So that's safely collected by Shahanska. An incredible China 2007 tournament where Germany didn't concede a single goal throughout the competition. Haven't quite been back to those heights yet though. Out in the quarter-finals in France in 2019. Hoot into the box. There might be a chance to pull the trigger. Klein-Herner didn't quite have it in her locker. She hangs it towards that far stick, and again, just doesn't quite get the cross right. The intensity seems to have gone down a little from Germany. Seems like they're just trying to turn it off and on again whenever they feel. Martina Voss-Tecklenburg still just marching up and down the sideline. Described her team as hungry for this, hungry for success. Here's the captain, Hoot. Just delayed that pass out wide, just a little bit too long. Errant pass. A long ball over the top, looking for Koshuleva, but never really had a chance to find her. Rasmus set to come on, prepared on the bench. Trouble is for Bulgaria that these substitutes are going to be eager to try and impress, particularly with the game against Serbia coming up early next week on Tuesday. Try and work their way into the starting 11 themselves. So, strong starting lineup tonight that's been put out by Martina Voss-Tecklenburg. All of these youngsters and slightly more inexperienced players in this Germany squad will want to have their chance and an opportunity to earn a starting spot. It's the captain who makes her way off, Svenja Hud. So there, Vasmuth. Set to come on. Big round of applause for the woman wearing the armband today. She's achieved the highest heights, Svenja Huth, in German football. And the honours that she's been granted at a national level, both for club and individually. Now a chance to step aside and let one of the slightly more inexperienced players, a ninth cap Vasmuth, involved in a game that is pretty much won for Germany. It's just a matter of what the scoreline's going to be, you feel. Dahlmann clips it across. Feldkamp. Back again to the midfielder. The home fans want more goals. Hendrick. Lovely ball all the way through. I don't think anybody got a touch on it. Well, she's been excellent up and down the right flank. Catherine Hendrick makes it number 4 midway through the second half. Is there a touch there from Dahlmann? I see here. She doesn't really celebrate it. She may well have been offside. I think that's going to go down as the right back's goal. No chance for the keeper, caught off guard. A beaming smile on Catherine Hendrick. Still yet to see the Froms have a touch in this second half. The Bulgarian attack has barely tested the German goalkeeper. Well, not at all, to be honest. Throughout this game so far, the only touches have been pass backs to her. Something for Alexandrova to try and chase as more changes get prepared again for the visitors. Georgiev getting down on the touchline. Yacheva as well. I'll have to wait just a little bit longer. Once again, Germany just get into the rhythm of playing keep ball. Trying to shift those defensive lines from left to right, find a way through. Koshaleva just putting a little bit of pressure on Kleinherner there. Nuskin. Eventually helped on by Schüller. Brand. Great dip on it, bounces all the way through though as Hendrik couldn't bring it under control. It was Marajan at the back post that was trying to slide in to get the vital touch on it. Lifted over the top, flag's going to go up against Schüller. Not for the first time this afternoon, she has a goal wiped off due to the referee's assistant on the far side of the field. There was about 4 of them offside in that moment, to be fair. Georgieva coming on to replace Teja Penkova. Megana Yachev will come on for Ivana Najdenova. As a runner-up in the Bulgarian league last season, the teenager Yacheva. First chance in the national team to really make an impact. She'll be looking to do exactly that. Gonna have to try and get possession first though. Possession that has been few and far between, to put it lightly. Look at the space again for Hendrik. Ivanova switched out to that left flank, but still having problems dealing with her marker. Corner. Schüller taking up the position. Leitwein getting set to come on as they go short with the corner. Really well worked down towards the byline too. And it's a free header. Schüller's there. Her second of the afternoon, Germany's 5th. They're running riot now. When they do just kick up another gear, it becomes so easy for them. A little dip of the shoulder down towards the byline. Dahlmann hangs it up. There's that little shove just in the back of her marker there, just to give herself some space between Desislava Dupi. It's a comfortable nod home from close range. Leitwein gets a round of applause, and I think most of it is for that woman, Catherine Hendrik, who has been superb so far. She will take a well-deserved rest and probably prepare herself now for the game coming up on Tuesday against Serbia. Some tired legs out there in red. It's a tired challenge, advantage played on. Doesn't get pulled back either. Bulgaria do have 2 World Cup qualifiers coming up in October. No more left in this international break. And they'll go to Turkey and then welcome Portugal. Nuskin clattered as she went running into Ilyacheva. Marishan perhaps looking for another little dink towards the back post, as we saw earlier in this half. Plenty in there. Nodded across goal in the outstretched leg. Rasmuth at the back post just couldn't make the connection. Really well worked set piece move. Looking for her third goal for her country. And a brace against Ireland back in December 2020 did Tabea Basmuth. Fine header. Nuskin flicked on, and Vasmuth does get a goal. Denied just a moment ago, but the substitute gets her name on the score sheet. She makes it 6. Just had to stick her right leg out to it and touch it. It was just too far away from the keeper. Couldn't get down to it, couldn't get across to it. I'm not sure she was expecting that, but she seemed to know almost the moment it connected with her boot that that was going to find a way in. You even see Koshileva there just having to dig deep to get the energy levels up to chase down. So tough when you have very little of the ball and you're just chasing the game, chasing shadows. As Bulgaria have been for a large part of this. Petrova just couldn't have it run into her path. First bit of possession Bulgaria have had in the last 25 minutes or so. Again, it only lasts a matter of touches. Koshileva trying to bring it under control. Worked out into the space. Grand going down the right this time. Switched across since Basmuth came on. The attacking prowess on show in this squad for the German national team. You can certainly see why they are one of the favourites to get to the tournament to potentially win it. Swing and a miss in the heart of the box, but Feldkamp shot took a deflection on the way through. It's Nuskin that didn't make the connection. Important deflection as well to take that effort away from goal. The corner comes in. Nuskin this time with the right boot. Not a favoured foot. That's what she was trying to do. Just send a looping effort towards that far corner. See the goal again for Schuler. And then Vasmuth as well. Fine assist from Linda Dahlmann. Rivals at club level linking up, Vasmuth and Dahlmann, Bayern Munich and Wolfsburg players. Although Martina Voss-Tecklenburg has said that we are one nation, one club, one football. Trying to stress how there is a link between the women's national team and the men's national team. They all play under the same banner, same shirt, same logo. Wojciewa's just slow to get up after that one, just slightly winding her. Davritz didn't have too many chances to pull the trigger herself, as it's sent in the end by Brandt. One of the few, I think, Sarah Davritz, who hasn't pulled the trigger at all in this game. Hasn't fancied an opportunity to get herself on the score sheet. She is, though, building up from midfield. Brandt lets it run. Schuler lays it back. Dahlmann. So many shirts in front of her and still finds a way through, but Muskin's touch isn't quite there. Flag raised anyway. We're in the final 10 minutes now. Not sure that's the correct decision either. Wojciewa playing 2 onside for Germany inside the penalty area. Dahlmann lifts it over the top. Schuler clatters the keeper. I think they were both able to just about avoid the worst of the impact. Wants to get a hat-trick, the forward. Still time to do it as well. It's not the best clearance as Davritz collects it. Dahlmann shifts it on. Really well taken. After being the provider, she turns the finisher. Goes into double digits for her country in terms of scoring. Between the legs of the defender, no chance for the goalkeeper. Wojciewa will be frustrated to have seen that slip between her. Dahlmann gets the 4th of this second half for the home nation. Dupuy. Trying to pull it back for Alexandrova. It's the furthest up the pitch we've seen Bulgaria in this second half so far. Still want to keep a clean sheet, the host nation. Something they haven't done too often in the last few international outings. Germany, they've struggled to keep those clean sheets. Lovely flick to give it back to Julia Brandt. Into the body of Wojciewa once more. She's quick to get back to her feet though. Marijan. Dahlmann, Schuler just trying to turn but doesn't get the shot off. Number 8 almost seems inevitable here. It's eventually hacked away from danger. As I say, just 1 clean sheet in their last 5 outings. Have included those defeats to the Netherlands and to France in friendly matches this year in February and June respectively. Keep a clean sheet against Australia back in April, or against Norway, who started their World Cup qualification campaign very well against Armenia the other night. Germany don't look yet like they're going to hit double figures, but never say never, as Norway did in their first group game elsewhere. They're certainly really putting on a show. Brandt just can't bring it under control as it's poked away at the last second. Pinged into the box. Good touch to steady it and bring it down as Klein-Herner tries to just force it through the bodies. So many forward. Might be a chance coming the other way for the Bulgarians, but the pass doesn't quite find its way through from Petrova. Just need to be careful they don't get overly confident at times here, the Germans, as it's punched away. Falls kindly on the edge of the box. New skin again. Just having more efforts on goal in the last few minutes. That one a great opportunity with Johanska out of position. Credit to the defence, they didn't make it easy. There was no clear path really to goal. Harajan's in no real rush to get over there, but quick then to take it. Klein-Herner. Tipping and swerving and punched away by Johanska. Dabritz with the effort. Is there a slight nick on it too? Just curling back towards the keeper that made life a little easier. She still had to deal with the effort. Final change. As Petrova looks set to make her way off. Koseva will come on, the 28-year-old. First call-up for the national team since the World Cup qualifiers for Canada 2015, the last World Cup qualification attempt, Bulgaria. Koseva getting a run out in the final few minutes. Georgieva steers it away from the edge of the box. More into Schüller. Once more, she just can't get there. Looking for that third for herself. And a cynical foul. Not seen too often, but it was a good step by Alexandrova. Feldkamp, who replaced the only other person booked this afternoon, goes into the referee's book as well. The best ball back by Julie Brand. Klein-Herner just trying to deal with the danger on the right sideline. They do really well to work it out from the back once again. Brand pushing forward and support out to her right. Schüller was the intended target. It almost skipped all the way through to the back stick. Lovely ball from Dahlmann. Feldkamp. Gets it back from the midfielder for the centre-back. Looks to probe for a second. Another corner to come. Tend to go short at the moment, Germany, with these set pieces. Marajat takes the onus on herself this time. It's well held. Best collection of the evening for Roxana Jahanska. It's just how she dealt with the danger of Shula there as well. Quick off her line and just got there first. She had some good stops today, but she's been well beaten as well with some of them. Like that effort from Linda Dahlman. It's going to deflect all the way through. It's going to be left by Feldkamp for the corner on the far side of the field. Once again, the left back Nuskin just fancying a crack with the right peg this time as we wait to see how much stoppage time there will be. Just the 3 minutes, despite all the changes and all the goals. Marajat once more. Looks to go direct this time. Feldkamp with their head to it. She got it in the right direction. Shula. She might try and push towards goal in search of that hat-trick. She tries to flick it out wide this time. Doesn't bamboozle the defender. Rare touch for Froms. Trying all the tricks and flicks once again. They started to do them early on in the first half, really, once they had a 2-goal lead and were well in control. Credit to Germany. They have enjoyed their football today without trying to embarrass their opposition. And the scoreline isn't very pretty reading at all. As Rasmus feels she should have perhaps had a corner there. Sylvia Radoiska just wants, I think, this one to be done and dusted. On to the next one. She'll hope to put it down as a learning experience. Sure, they'll try to analyse a lot of what they have seen today in terms of defensive organisation and what they've done when they've had those rare moments of possession. Few and far between, but that will be something to look at in itself. How to try and play a bit of keep ball better going forward for Bulgaria. Always going to be a very tough task. Returning back to competitive competitions, and the first opponent being the side ranked number 3 in the world. It's been a energy draining afternoon. Marajat might fancy a go herself here, tries to feed it through. But it looks like Germany are going to be denied number 8. It's a magnificent 7 instead on home soil for the host nation as they sweep past Bulgaria, take 3 points and start the road to Australia and New Zealand 2023 in